Good afternoon, everybody. It's Coda back here from Amazing ATS, and today we are out in the Outlaw Peterbilt. We're going to be doing some skateboard hauling, and we are in, as I mentioned, the Outlaw Peterbilt, and we do have a 48-foot spread axle on for the wagon today. Right now we are sitting here in Flagstaff. Our first run is taking us over to El Centro in California, so without any further waiting, we're going to climb into the Peter car, get our butts boogieing on down the road. And underneath the hood of the Outlaw today, we do have a Cummins 444 at 520 horsepower, and of course an 18-speed transmission. And what you guys are hearing right there is I did lift up the first axle on the spread, since we do need to make quite a bit of a sharp turn here in order to get out. And we got hung up. Way to go, Coda. Learn how to drive. Yeah, this long nose, holy moly. Talking about not being able to turn. Evo, how is it going today? Great to see ya. And then the stupid AI does not give you any room whatsoever. We're just going to push them out of the way. Okay, what's going on with my shifter? Alright, I need to reset my shifter, guys. I will be right back. That was a little bit unexpected. I did test that before I started streaming like I always do, and for some odd reason it would not allow the high side, but we should be all set and ready to go. And we're just going to double check here. I'm going to keep that HUD open for just a few moments. And there we go, all set. Good evening, David. How are you doing today? I know the last time I did some skateboard hauling, everything was nose loaded, and right now they did move everything back to being belly loaded, so it looks like they did get that fixed. I am having an awesome Wednesday. Oh, this truck gave me a whole lot of problems before, so I didn't run it for a while. I did get the update for 1.32, so we're gonna put it through its paces today and see what it does. We'll be a good driver and practice and move over law. Try not to give any of those troopers a good old blow when we go by them. I do have to say this truck sounds absolutely beautiful. So, and it's been that long since I don't even remember the engine sounds on it. Now, the main difference between the Outlaw Peterbilt and Vipers is the Outlaw Peterbilt, at the same time Viper was doing his Peterbilt, there was another modder called True Arts Modding, and apparently they were working together. Well, they had a falling out, so for a while there was two versions of this truck, the TAM 389 and then Viper's Peterbilt Modified. The TAM 389 for the longest time was not touched until whoever started doing the Outlaw Peterbilt grabbed a hold of it and got it updated, and has been keeping it updated and adding a whole bunch of awesome stuff to it. definitely doesn't have the get up and go as, say, a Cummins N14, but this does very, very well. Oh, and also the big news today. We did get confirmation Oregon is being released in October. What day in October? Nobody knows. SCS did not mention a date, just saying we are getting it in October. That was the live stream from back in July, Martin. I've already watched it. And how are you doing today? Oregon is going to be released in October. We don't have a specific date, so more than likely do not expect October 1st. And that was only a partial team of ATS. That was not everybody who is in the development. Hey, Junior, right now we are on our way over to Sunshine Crops in El Centro. And if you guys noticed, there were 12 achievements that were added to the ATS page that are showing as locked. 6 of those, I believe, are Oregon. The other 6 are related to special transport. So it looks like we may be getting special transport by the end of the year. Stupid AI, you don't know how to merge? Guess what? I'm using the emergency passing lane. And since we are running train horns today, back behind the sleeper, normally I would be running steps. Well, we've got train horns on both sides. yeah, Harvin is fixing it up, and I believe there's been another, sure, Black Spots. He had posted a link on the SCS forums to where he removed a lot of problems with the truck already, although he did not touch the speedometer, sadly. I am currently waiting for Harvin's edit. I don't know if that's going to be put on the Steam Workshop or if it's just going to be a link in the forums. We'll find out here very, very shortly. And another way you're going to be able to tell the difference between the Outlaw Peterbilt and Viper's is the mirrors. Viper's Peterbilt now has those mirrors sitting nice straight up and down. This version still has them tilted a little bit. And in case you guys are wondering where today's skin on the Outlaw is coming from, this is done by Pauly, one of the, I'm going to say, premier skinners for ATS. Yesterday I did make a big boo-boo. I did start the stream and I'm sitting there going, probably not a good day to be doing that. Stupid Nightbot, I have you on like a 25-minute delay before that goes through. Why are you posting that like 7 minutes apart? Well, more like 2 minutes, not 7. Holy moly. In regards to that video, Martin, I mean, it was a long stream, about 4 hours. The truck licensing situation was about 15 minutes in. They did show off special transport, at least the helicopter load they showed off, along with some runs in Oregon. Oh, apparently I did something wrong. We don't have any electric or airline connections on this. So I may have to get that custom plate out for the airlines and then put the like a pole up in order to get those working. We will do that once we get by a repair shop. Yeah, we're going to sit behind Greyhound. I don't believe we're going up too much further in order to get this load dropped off at Sunshine Crops. Oh, there's lots of loads in the U.S. that you need a escort vehicle, both front and rear. Not so much like a mobile home or something like that. Those escorts are normally at the back. But some of the stuff that they do haul that has like 20-some axles, they're usually police escorted and have a escort vehicle at the front and the back of the truck. And let's see, where does it want it? We can definitely put it in there. We're taking the air off that front axle. We can definitely turn a little bit easier without any weight sitting on that either. And we're gonna hit. Oh, you mean double skateboards? I've actually never hauled those. It's not a trailer combination that you really see here in the States. I'm sure it does happen, but it's not one that I am used to seeing. Oh, and you idiot, you... Oh, haha. Went to go unload my trailer, and then here I hit it to where I disconnected it. How stupid am I today? Alright, let's see what we got here. Yeah, let's take some... Oh, it's going to go back the same way, which I really don't want to. Let's go ahead and take a trip up to San Rafael. It's going to be a while before we get to a repair shop, but not that big of a deal. Oh, Coda. And we just pretty much lost having an automatic load. Oh, I so did not mean to do that. Let's see, where is it having us? Aha, right there. All right, we can definitely get in there. And we're gonna have to straighten out here, but that's no big deal. I'm gonna have to get somewhere with a garage so I can grab myself some doubles. Hey, Zach, how's it going this afternoon? And we definitely don't need that axle down. This load only weighs about 6,000 pounds. I just double check. Yeah, 6,000 pounds. Yeah, we don't need that forward axle down. How is everyone's week going so far? Up, down, and if anyone is down in the southeastern United States, especially North Carolina, South Carolina, you guys be very, very careful this weekend. Wuggyman 2002, thank you so much for the follow there on Mixer. I do appreciate it. And it's not just the Carolinas either. Apparently that cone is now including parts of Atlanta. So northern Georgia, definitely guys, be careful this weekend. And before it gets dark outside, looking at that gap right there between the fuel tank and the half fenders that I have on, there are the train horns. And train horns, there you go. I tried to do this truck all in LEDs, but for some odd reason, my 1070, and I do have graphics mods activated, but not Frank 64 is the one that normally gives me problems. My FPS would literally drop by 30 to 40 when using LED lights. I cannot figure that out. Yes, it is, Martin. Woggy Man, yes, this is the Outlaw Peterbilt. We definitely got plenty of time to get up to San Rafael. How about we make a detour down into Los Angeles to the Kenworth shop so we can get these airlines working on this. And unless SES turned those off with an update, we should see them here on this AI here, since I do have them activated. Yep, there they are. So apparently it's with the one of the options that I'm using on the truck that has them disabled. Banana, thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. I'm actually kind of surprised the AI seems to be behaving today so far. They're not trying to cut me off or anything. Yes, I am. Yo, Speedy, how's it going today? For me, it's just another typical day. I did work, got myself some dinner, and now it's time to have some fun. Yeah, right now we are going to totally avoid the GPS, as we're going to go and head 5 south and head to that Kenworth dealership so we can get things fixed out here on the truck. You want to make up your mind up there? We're not lane surfing here. Whoop, we're supposed to go this way. Those signs confuse the heck out of me. Apparently we're on the wrong road. I was supposed to go that way. Ha! How about that, Coda? We're gonna do the easy turnaround here. Oh my goodness, I am so dumb. Unless you are an idiot like me and don't know how to drive it and slam into an invisible wall. Yeah, we'll just get off here at Barananka Street and then we'll go over the long way. I tried to get the short way over there, but apparently it's not gonna work. And yeah, running into that wall. How in the heck do you damage a plow? That's what I want to know. And just so I don't lose myself, we're just going to go ahead and pop this onto the GPS so we don't have any issues. Yeah, especially when you use a mod to where it takes out those arrows that point you to where you don't go the wrong way. So yeah, that was totally my fault. Baranka Street is what it is. It's on where the GPS always routes you. I'm coming off at 10 to go over to 5. For some odd reason, it throws you onto there instead of having you go under the overpass and get on 5 that way. Oh yes, definite PETA for sure. I have no idea, Speedy. This is the Outlaw Peterbilt. We're running the Cummins 444 in at 520 horsepower. And there is the reason why I am going. We do not have airline connections, so apparently, as I had mentioned before, took the airlines off that are generally on the truck and added a deck plate in here. Well, apparently that deck plate does not work for airlines. So what we're going to do, the Kenworth dealership is right up here. We're going to disconnect from the trailer. We're going to get that deck plate out of there, and we're going to get airlines back on the truck. And then while we're here, you might as well repair the damage from the invisible wall smack. Yeah, now if you can only burn rubber in the game, that would be even better. Alright, so we're dropping the trailer before we go into the shop because we don't need to do anything there. Alright, so this deck plate here does not work, so bye-bye. And trailer cables, let's see, we're going to do an airline stand. And then we do need to get a deck plate on there, which is not there. Where the heck did the deck plate go? That would work for me. Alright, so let's go ahead and save that. And let's service the truck from the wall repair. And also, we're going to be fixing our trailer at the same time. We are good to go. Alright, there we go. Now we got cable connections again. I do want to check the trailer. I did put the extra lights on there. They're a royal pain in the butt to see. Yeah, everything's good. Version of the Outlaw, I believe it's up to like version 3, I believe. Oh, that's the one that I downloaded at least. And Drift King, how's it going today? Thanks for joining in on the stream. Once that truck gets fixed by Harvin, that is gonna be awesome. The Mac Anthem. There we go. Now I feel better having airlines on there. Once you get used to something and all of a sudden they are missing, it's like, what the heck happened to them? what do we got here? 400 miles to go up to San Rafael. Now, pretty much, guys, if you don't have access to the Outlaw Peterbilt, I'm not sure how much the download link has been spread around. If you want a truck that pretty much acts the exact same way, there are going to be different sounds in it, though, would be Viper 2's Peterbilt modified on the Steam Workshop. And the skin that I'm using today is from Poly. It's called, he has it named as the Roland Transport skin. There are absolutely no logos on it for Roland's Transport. I just grabbed it because it's a very, very nice two-tone skin. I normally only grab my mods from the workshop or from the SCS forums. I very seldom use a third-party website, and modsats.com is one I definitely would not download from. The person who runs that, a good majority of the mods on there, not all are stolen and uploaded to his own account for the download money. At nighttime with the graphics mods that I'm running, definitely cannot see very well. So nighttime I normally don't switch to an outside view. I mean, if you guys want to see the lights and whatnot, I will. But other than that, I normally stay on the cab view until it starts to get daylight. ATS right now on the Steam store is $19.99. I mean, my guess with ATS is it might go on sale here by SCS in a little bit, since Oregon is coming out in October. They may drop it down to what the sale price is, which is usually $5, but I'm not going to be able to guarantee that. Although someone did say some of the game sites like G2A, or was it 2GA or something like that, you would be able to get the keys and everything for Steam at a much cheaper rate. And you should have stayed in the hammer lane, Coda. the T150 wheel when I bought it was $199. I had bought mine at Best Buy. Now, if you have a PS4, definitely go with the T150. If you have an Xbox One, you're going to want to use the TMX. The TMX itself is a little bit cheaper by around $15, $20. You can definitely buy a used steering wheel, but the thing that I see with used is if there is an issue and they don't tell you about it, you're kind of screwed and you really don't have any recourse. So I will always buy buy used. Yeah, right. More like a buy new. I gotta get by that Peter car. We're gonna cut him off, but we're gonna do it. There we go. Oh, apparently with Oregon, we are getting 17 brand new companies. And that's in addition, if I remember correctly, that's in addition to the Cell Goods, the Bitumen, and like the Walberts that we have now. Roger that on the wheel, Martin. And if you do other games besides ATS Drift King, then yeah, I could definitely see your point of getting a wheel that you would be able to change the rims on. But if you don't, it's kind of a waste of money. Holy moly! Really? Are you that impatient that you had to pass me on the granny side? that's like becoming my new favorite pastime, is bitching about the AI. Now with the TMX, you won't be able to change out the rim itself. You're gonna want to step up, I believe. I am not even sure if the RS300 has that capability, but in order to change out rims, you're definitely going to be paying a lot more than $200. Yeah, you're definitely gonna have to mod the base and everything in order to swap all rims with it. Oh, I already had dinner, Martin, and what I had was some sausage, the Johnsonville Better with Cheddar sausage links. And knowing me, I'll probably make some turkey sandwiches here later, because I'm going to get hungry again. I have never had salmon. I am not much of a seafood type of guy. The only thing I would worry about with that Drift King would be to wear out the motor, since that's going to be a little bit heavier than what it was actually designed for. Hey Chris, how's it going today? Oh, that sucks. I think one thing I'm going to do with my wheel here shortly is take the cover off it and clean it out a little bit. The other night I had plugged it in and noticed on the auto calibration that there was a little bit of like a grind or something. I'm not even sure if grind would be the proper word for it, because it's not sticking or anything. There's great force feedback still. I just like keeping my things clean, really. And the sad part is I've never taken the cover off of this since I got it, which was back in like January of 2017. Nah, you are not too late at all. We're right in the middle of the stream. Logitech are very good wheels from what I understand, but apparently the force feedback in ATS and ETS2, it is kind of subpar on the Logitech wheels. And that doesn't make any sense really when it's awesome in other games. How's it going today? Great to see you. Thanks for joining in on the stream. And I do apologize if I did not pronounce your name properly. Was at my chiropractor this afternoon, got my back nice and cracked. I'm actually feeling really good right about now. Oh, there's nothing wrong with the G920 at all. If I had the money just for the sake of spending money, if I had it, I probably would get a Phanteks wheel. Phanteks has their pedal sets. The more expensive ones are extremely good. Their wheels are amazing. The shifter is absolutely amazing, and I believe they do have a handbrake for it. Oh, and the funny part is, if you think Phanteks is expensive, check out Leo Bodnar. Well, I was stupid when I first bought my wheel. I bought it locally at Best Buy, and then I had to spend another $250 in order to upgrade the pedals and get the shifter. So just in my wheel, the pedal set, and the shifter I have, I've tied up $450. And then I spent another $100 in order to get the Tech Affliction Mega Shifter. And that's all for playing this game. I don't play really any other games that I use my wheel in besides ATS and ETS2. And unless you are a sim racing professional, you really don't need anything more than a Logitech or a Thrustmaster. But that's my personal opinion. Others will say, oh, you need it as best as you can get for whatever you're doing. And to me, that's just a waste of money. And we knew we took damage on that one. Let's see what we've got. More plows. Let's check any other around here. I do not want to haul plows again. Maybe some iron pipes. Haha, there we go. And where should we go, guys? We are going to take iron pipes. So let's see here. We've got none of those. We can go down to Bakersfield to the rail export. And also we've got either Gallup, Tucumcari, or Raton. Where do you guys want to go? Either those three cities there or Bakersfield. Alright, what I'm going to do is we're going to go to Bakersfield. There should be a good selection of loads down there. So we should have the pipes already loaded. Oh no, that's right, we're not. We need to go somewhere else and get them. And Coda, where the heck are you going? Now, when I first got ATS, I drove with the keyboard for 2 weeks. And then I'm sitting there going, all right, I've got the extra money to spend. I'm going to see if Best Buy has a wheel. So my mom and I took a day trip. We went out and got dinner, went and did some shopping, got my wheel, and it's probably the best thing that I have ever done. Now, does anyone remember the games from Ratbag Games called Dirt Track Racing or Dirt Track Racing Sprint Cars? Oh, I sure hope it's not having us over in that stupid corner. Oh, let's find out. And of course it is. Come on, car, go by there. Alright, and I am going to cheat on this one because I'm not going to spend a half hour backing into this spot. And even doing this the easy way, I still screwed up. Do it that way so I can at least see my mirrors. Yeah, why they make a parking spot like this in the game, I have no idea. Totally unrealistic. they no longer make Cat engines anymore. That stopped in 2011, I believe. And once we get out of bitumen here, we are going to drop that forward axle on the trailer. We're definitely going to need that down for this load. There, Chris, you should have slots, at least one in the bottom of your laptop that you would be able to unscrew, and you're gonna need what's called SODIMM. SODIMM RAM is what you're gonna need to buy. But I'm gonna be point blank honest here. If your laptop is that old, you're more than likely are just gonna be wasting money to throw RAM into it. I would start saving for a new system. At 2012, yeah, you can get away with a RAM upgrade. And definitely check out your specifications, though. You may want to go to HP's website and then type in your model number and whatnot, and definitely see if the RAM is upgradable before you even start looking at buying it. And speaking of HP, I'm going to be giving them a call here once I am done streaming. I believe something is going on with my graphics card. The other day, which was, thank goodness I wasn't at work. Well, I don't use my desktop for work anyway, but I was watching a video on YouTube. All of a sudden, my screens shut off. And then the fan on my video cards, all of them ramped to 100%, and then all of a sudden shut the computer down. So it's either a problem with my video card or with my power supply. I do have a modular power supply. I did switch out the cabling and got it on another port. Hasn't happened since, but I'm thinking that definitely got to do some investigation and see what's going on with my graphics card. Did get damaged. Hey George, how are you doing today? Yes, it is. I bought my computer upgrade back in December of last year, and at that time, of course, GPU prices were through the roof with all the Ethereum mining and stuff going on. It was actually cheaper for me to buy a pre-build than it was to build my own computer. So what I did was I bought a pre-build in HP, of course, spent right around $1,100 on it. It was a Core i7 7700. Actually, those specs are listed below. It didn't have any solid state drive. I did add that, but I did transplant things into a new case. So, I mean, they're not gonna know about it unless they absolutely watch this video at this particular time. Then they will know that I swapped the case out. But other than that, I mean, my computer has been fantastic. The Jake on the 444 is awesome. Yeah, it's a 389 interior. No, I did not, George. We're gonna do one more once we get down here to Bakersfield. So you'll definitely be here for long enough. And if you guys look really closely between the fuel tank and the half fender, we have train horns. Anthony, we are currently on our way down to Bakersfield. This is the modern 389. I'm not sure which version of the Outlaw that I have. It might be like 2.9, and I'm not sure if that's the most up-to-date version of this truck. Stupid car, really? Sitting there with my turn signal on and you don't even let me over. Coast to Coast is working with it. If you go to the Coast to Coast thread on the SCS forums, Mantrid did update that for 1.32. And after 1.32 is fully released, I believe within a little bit of time afterwards, he's going to be releasing Coast to Coast version 2.6. That does include quite a bit of changes in Louisiana. Because when I went through the interiors, George, all I saw were the exact same interiors that Viper's Peterbilt has. I didn't see any like 2002 to 2007 interiors unless I was totally blind and missed them. Yes, it is, Chris. There is, pay attention to the first posting in the Coast to Coast thread in the SCS forums. There will be one in there for non-DLC. That's the one that you're going to want to download. For the Volvo, I do recommend trying Galliman's edits. Those can be downloaded from the SCS forums also. If you download the one from Frank Peru's Blogspot, literally the truck is extremely heavy, and literally causes frame rates to tank. It's just easier for me having the built-in GPS instead of adding it with Sissel's add-on. The one that I would recommend for you to run so you're not stuck with hood mirrors is going to be version 2.4. And that download is in the SCS forums. It's the updated VNL itself. A lot of the errors have been removed from it, and it's not that bad of a truck, but definitely don't run any hood mirrors on it. And I could definitely increase my FPS if I sit far enough forward to get rid of the fisheye and the mirror there on my left. But I sit back far enough to where I can just look in there and change lanes as needed without having to do this all stream long. No, not a couple of weeks. It's coming out in October. They did not give us a specific day of when it's being released. So definitely do not expect October 1st. It's probably not going to be October 1st. And probably not even the first week of October if I'm going to be on the safe side. And that's where the flat top FLDs that I drove, that's what they had in them. And what do we have here where we can go? It looks like everything's out of rail export. Where should we go? I'm not going to LA, not going to Oxnard. Let's go ahead and go back to where we started in Flagstaff, And let's take these concrete tubes. Rather not. Let's go to Holbrook. Let's go a little bit further. And it looks like they did not get that fixed. It's still nose loaded. Oh, this ought to be fun getting out of here. No, they just said October. They did not give us a specific date. Don't know. Never drove a truck that had a 444 in it. I am running a weather mod that does have some physics in it, but that is it. And I need to check some keybinds here because... yeah, my trailer lift axle is not working. Okay, let's go ahead and check that. Yeah, that's set. Why isn't the trailer having a lift axle now? I have no idea. Oh well, no big deal. Why the heck did you throw on your turn signal, Coda? City horn, train horn. Come on, George, you had this mod. You know what it sounds like. And how did I know that light was going to turn red? If you guys hear that Jake brake just a little bit, that is because I am shifting without a clutch. And normally I've been shutting the Jake brake off, but I'm sitting here shifting with it on, so that's why you're hearing it. actually like the mornings or in the evenings. The midday and midnight is like blah. Right now the colors in the game look absolutely amazing. Oh, in the real world, once I got out of training, that's all I shifted. That's all how I shifted. Either the only time I used the clutch was basically to start or stop. Everything else was all done without a clutch. Yeah, there's no yellowish tint in the game because I am using a Reshade Sweet FX mod. Well, apparently my insert key, I might need to change that. It won't shut off now. There we go. So now you can see that yellowish tint since I did turn Reshade and Sweet FX off. And I mean, it's a whole lot better than what it was, but still things are kind of fuzzy around the edges and whatnot. We enable Reshade and Sweet FX and boom, everything pops again. Hey Sparko, how's it going today? What we're doing, grabbing gears, hauling freight, and Rooster cruising. We got the wheels a rolling and the chicken lights a glowing. Yes it is, it's the Outlaw Peterbilt. Yeah, the one that I'm using, I did download from atsmods.lt. I don't even know what the version is anymore. 2.0, 2.0.3.11 something, but I'm trying to remember who it is. It's like a... It's one of the first ones that you see on there. It's the most recent uploaded. So if you just search for Sweet FX, you will come across it. I am extremely bad with names if you guys have not noticed. Yeah, Alright, let's all slow down and gawk and take a look at the accident. Yep, and just run into a Jersey barrier on the side of the road. Husky, we are currently on our way to Holbrook, Arizona. And we are going to be stopping in Barstow. We do need to get ourselves some go-go juice. Now, I really wish they would make us get out of the cab to fuel our truck and to lower like the landing gear when we're dropping the trailer at our garages. That would be awesome. Yeah, I would definitely say someone worked with the cams in this in order to make it sound like it does. Oh, Coda, your fault. Yeah. Alright, we'll make the AI wait. Holy moly, I set up like that for a moment. My FPS jumped to like 120. I moved back and I'm down in the upper 70s. That is crazy. But then each mirror itself has to render the world in its own thing, so that could be why. Well, even now since December when I bought my computer, I am getting near the edge of being out of date. We've now going to be having the 9th Core i7 processors coming out here very soon. I'm running the 7th generation. So that's a iCore 7700. Not running a K-SKU or anything, so no overclocking on that. My video card is a GTX 1070. And then I do have 32 gigabytes of RAM since I need that, especially for streaming. Really? Let's just slow down to 15 before we get off the interstate. An empty skateboard going in to get weighed. Wow, that does not make sense. on, Arizona, get here so I can drop the hammer. Yeah, it did quiet out. Normally near the end of the stream, that's what happens. And this is my last run. And it's like, I didn't desert you guys. Whoops. Then definitely didn't mean to do that. That's what I get for taking my eye off the screen for a moment. Well, I appreciate that there, Immortal Monk. Sparko, for the engines or for like the other truck sounds? That would be Klipsch's engine pack. That's just too much work. A lot of the mods that I do run, that I don't even know where I got them at any longer. Francisco, how is it going today? we're running the Outlaw Peterbilt today. And the engine is a Cummins 444. The sound has been edited quite a bit. I am enjoying it. That's something I could do. I could definitely start a Google document and get that all set up in a spreadsheet. There goes, that's a nice bubble sitting there. Well, I wonder where they're going to have us pull this, into the building, or do we have to turn around and park into like a garage kind of thing? Neither. We're at a construction site. What do you mean, Marcus? Oh, unlock Oklahoma. That state has not been made yet by SCS. The only way that you're going to be able to get it is through a map mod called Coast to Coast. Yeah, that is for sure. I really don't know how much time I put into the stream other than testing mods on probably starting a couple of hours beforehand to make sure that everything is going to work. Alright, but that is it for today, guys. I do want to thank you for watching. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead, slap that red subscribe button, then be a part of the notification squad by clicking on the gray bell. If you did enjoy today's stream, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I do hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday nights. We will probably see you back here. Definitely be streaming on Saturday. I do not know about Friday night. I will make that determination after I get out of work and how I feel. But make sure you guys keep that shiny side up, and we'll catch you on the flip-flop.